Guys, welcome to Shay Speaks Sundays. Of course, I'm your girl, Shay Speaks Life. And typically, them chords do get you right. You feel me? And so, yes, guys, welcome, though. The message that I have for you guys, right? I think that, we're starting a new year off. Happy birthday to all of the Aries out there. But we're starting a new year here in the spring season. And so, every week I want to make sure that I make sure I get y'all right. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we're holding each other accountable, but also encouraging each other and motivating each other here for the duration of the week. So the message that I have coming out the gate, guys, for you is speaking up, deception, and let go. Okay, so for the ones who are being able to watch this podcast episode here visually here, yeah, this card here is speaking up. Some of you guys here have been holding back your truth. Okay, Spirit needs you to know during this season, guys, we are about action. This is about being action oriented this season. And so this is about speaking up, using your throat chakra here. Okay, and speaking up, because what you are not saying, right, is eating you up inside, and you can't keep this in forever. So it's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. For a group of you, you got to learn how to speak your truth here. And it may seem uncomfortable at first, right? Because you may step on some people's toes because they're not going to be used to you speaking up. Okay, they're not used to you finding your voice here, collective. And I'm here to tell you that I've had to go through this myself. I've had to find my voice. I've had to speak up for myself because I've realized I can't expect anyone to speak up for me if I'm not willing to speak up for myself. People will walk over you. People will manipulate you. People will deceive you here, collective. And that's the next card that I have out is deception here. Okay. You're not seeing the entire picture of a person or a situation, and it may be purposely withheld from you. Or you may be choosing to look another way to betraying yourself here. And it's time for clarity here, collective. Ooh, deception. So some of you guys here are supposed to be speaking up about a deception here. I felt like for a group of you here, collective, we've dealt with a lot of people in our group, whether that be friend group, whether that be in our work group and our co-workers or our peers here, as well as family members and lovers here, right, that have been very deceptive to us. They have held their true intentions behind us, right? Or behind our backs, if you will. And collective, you need to speak up about it. I feel like for a group of you, a lot of people have played you to be a fool. They have taken your kindness for weakness. And just because you don't speak up about it, don't mean that you haven't seen it here, collective. Yeah, so Spirit needs you to, at this time, it's about speaking up about the deception that has been upon you here. The people that are willing to deceive you, go ahead and speak your piece on it, collective, because it's time for you to move on into the reaping of the harvest here. See, you've already sowed your seeds here for a group of you. And so now, in order for you to reap your harvest during this season here, you got to let it go. Ooh, clock that T. Okay, clock it, baby. Yeah, Spirit needs you to let it go. Let it go. Okay, they need you to do frozen. Okay, they need you to. Now, you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment that you've been holding on to. Okay, it's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on into the negativity. Release it and be free. Okay, collective needs you to. I mean, what we need you to do, collective. Your spirit team here, they need you to speak your truth about the injustices, about the deceptions, okay? You need to speak up how either it made you feel, the frustration, right? The emotions that carried along with this deception and how it made you feel. Speak up about this deception and then let it go. Ooh, clock it. Okay, clock that T. Yeah, this is going to be a very important part of you, and especially this week. Okay, this week, guys, this is going to be your assignment this week here, speaking up here, right? And not deceiving yourself. A lot of us too, we can live in a world of delusion or an illusion that we have simply created ourselves here, collective. Ooh, yes. So this is the time that you're supposed to be gaining clarity here. You're supposed to be seeking introspection. You're supposed to have acknowledgement and self-awareness here, collective. And so once you have acknowledged and had self-awareness, right? Then you're able to move into the next stage here of letting it go. I feel like for a group of you, all of the people, right, that have done you wrong, right, and that you expected them to either give you some type of closure, collective, I feel like you have to give yourself closure, and that's okay. Speak your truth. Let them know how it felt, right? You know, the emotions that came along with it. If you felt wronged, if you felt deceived, if you felt betrayed, right? You speak on it. Okay, say it with your chest, collective. Did you hear it? Okay, I hit my chest with it. Say it with your chest about these deceiving people who have come into your life and to have used and manipulated you. Okay, because be very clear. Okay, you are no one's victim, collective. Yeah, we don't do no victimization around here. Okay, now that Shay Speaks Life, get you right. Okay, you are no one's victim here. You are a victor. Okay, you are victorious, collective. And the more that you are able to change the dynamic of how you speak to yourself, oh, clock it, collective. When you learn how to speak up for yourself, to yourself, about the deceptions and the illusions either that you have put yourself in or have allowed yourself, okay, to be swept up in, right? And then let it go. These are lessons here, collective, that you are supposed to take with you to learn, right? And so this is like artillery, if you will, right? Am I saying it right? Artillery, like you take that, right? And you take that. No diddy, don't take that. But you're supposed to be able to take, you know, these obstacles, these challenges, right, that present themselves in life through people that come into your life, collective, and you're supposed to accept it for what it is, accept the reality of it, right, and be willing to let it go. Some of you guys are maybe still holding on to some type of resentment, of some type of closure. Look, when I said that, it's thundering and lightning out here, collective. Okay, when I said that, y'all holding on some type of resentment that is held on, bound to this person that has done you wrong. Okay, who has wronged you, who has deceived you, okay, who has manipulated you, collective. And I feel like you have been quiet about it for some time. For some of you, it's been some years you ain't said nothing about it. You didn't moved on your life, you know what I mean? And so even though you hadn't spoken up about it, right, I feel like for a group of you, people have deceived and been very deceptive about you, and you haven't spoken up because you don't need to clear up any lies when you are very well confident within yourself here. You're very self-assured and self-aware of yourself. So you don't need to clear up anything that someone has deceived others about you. You know, somebody's perception of you is that's their problem. Okay, if that's how you perceive me here, through someone else's lenses of deception, that's your problem. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, so some of you guys are being asked here to let it go here. Let things go, let people go that no longer serve you. People, places, and things, be willing to let them go here, okay? And it's nothing that's done in a sense of malicious here, collective, this week, right? This is for your mind, right? To be at ease, for you to be able to be free here. Free flowing here, for you to be able to dance a little bit and move in your shadow here, in your shadow side, because there's shadow work that needs to be done, collective. Okay. And the shadow work that needs to be done is you being able to unlock your throat chakra and speak your truth. Never be afraid to speak your truth here. And so Spirit needs you to speak up this week. That's going to be my message for you guys for Shay Speaks Sunday. Getting ready to go into this week here. And we are in the Aries season, guys. We need to be able to speak our truth about those who have been deceptive, that have been in our camp, in our group, or our circle here, and then let it go. That's how smooth you so smooth with it. You don't even allow it to stick on you. You transmute that energy. Anybody that's trying to manipulate you, deceive you, control you, you just transmuting. You're just transforming here, collective. That's all you're doing here. And that's the message for this week. Speak up about deception and let it go. Don't hold on to things that no longer serve you, collective. That is the message for Shay Speaks Sundays, guys. Tap in next Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it's being a regular little thing here. And guys, make sure that you tap in into the podcast, Shay Speaks Podcast. Until then, I We'll check you guys later. Have a wonderful week here, guys. We're going to speak up and speak our truth about these deceptions here and let it go and drop the